Hello, sire. My trip here was unremarkable, as it should be. Yes, I made certain I would arrive long before you did, as to not risk being late. I understand that your presence is a rare treat for anyone, and I am honored you wanted to meet with me. A meeting. I apologize for making you waste your time with me. I see. May I ask about what that meeting would have been about? Shiftertown. Is something happening over there? Well, the town hasn't been allowed to grow for some time now. I see. Is it something I should be worried about? Well, that is reassuring to hear. Yes, sire? No, I do not know why you have called for me. Though if I may be as so bold to assume it has something to do with the man I brought into your custody. From what I gathered, he seems to be a human who developed the ability to morph himself into others, taking their memories and potentially their abilities if they happen to be magical. Though that part is mere speculation. He also was able to craft a reality marble within a building through a unknown method. I have investigated, but as to how he managed it, I can't tell. Perhaps his own powers allowed him to change the world around him in a localized area. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one who entered it while it was active. Yes, the human, Victor, was the one who entered the building, and seemingly was able to destroy it from within. It seems he was able to keep his alteration active due to several sources supplying it with magic. From what Victor has told me, it seems to have been a piece of paper, a picture, and a mirror. I don't see what he would have to gain from lying to me. Yes, but he has only recently come into the supernatural world. I believe it is unlikely they would think to keep that a secret. Even if he did, my ability to peer into his mind would render that secret easy to learn about. What is so interesting about him? I suppose so. Being able to dismantle a reality marble is difficult as it is. Yet it is practically impossible to do so without prior information. So you're curious as to how he knows about the supernatural, I presume? No? Then what? Well, like I said, he hasn't been aware for that long. The earliest would have been at that big breach I told you about a few months ago. He went missing after that. I found him recently, and he seems to have wanted revenge against a shapeshifter who stole the body of his friend, which happened to be the same target I was looking into at the time. I don't believe so. Any connection between them, outside of their original conflict, is impossible to know unless one of them talked, or they somehow managed to hide their memories from me. Which seems unlikely for Victor. Cardin potentially could, but I doubt he'd be able to. What is it? I interrogated him, but he failed to give me any answers. After that I probed his mind, but it was a complete mess. So I sent him to you to see if you could get anything out of him. Did you manage to learn anything else? What is it? I don't understand the question you're asking me. Are you accusing me of modifying his memory? I would never do that. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't send him to the experts who could discern the modifications I would have made easily. Then, what are you saying? What memory? Victor talked with him. In the reality marble? No. The interrogation room? What did you find? Missing? What, like his memory wasn't even there? How much was missing? How do you not know? I'm sorry, sire. I'm struggling to understand how that's even possible. For an entire memory to be gone so easily could only be done by a vampire who's a prodigy in memory modification. So that's how you know I couldn't have done it. So, what are you saying? Is that possible? You want to speak with the kid. Why? What could he possibly add to this investigation that you weren't able to discover? He barely knows anything. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you, I just question what's the intent of this. You want to read his memory. Is that necessary? There is a problem with that. The boy's mind can't be easily pierced. When I attempted to look into his mind, I received some odd feedback. All of it was messy and out of order. Words from events in the past and images from the future. Some of it practically unintelligible. It was like corrupted footage from a video. I believe this was after his first encounter with Cardin. Apparently the reason Victor was hunting him, during their first encounter, something magical in origin was at play, and seems to have messed with Victor's mind and body. I apologize for that. I thought it would not be important, and I hadn't investigated it fully yet, so... I apologize for lying, sire. I only wanted to bring relevant information. Yes, I understand. It's not my place. Yes, I am a feeble spawn, unworthy of your blood. I will not fail you again. Yes, sire. What would you have me do? Yes, sire. I will continue to test him and attempt to learn. And if I am unable to see, I understand. So, what does that mean? It means, Victor, that we need to figure out what you're going to do from here on out. Soon. You won't have forever before covens decide you're more trouble than you're worth. They're going to come for whatever is in your head. Now that they know, they can't get it easily. Even more so because of whatever talk you had with Cardin, which you never mentioned to us. It was private for a reason. And what reason is that? Because from what I can tell, you've been told something from a maniac that he somehow was able to hide from some of the best memory modification specialists around right now. That tells me it's something important. And the fact that you are hiding it from us only makes it worse. So do you plan to ever say anything? No, I don't. And your reasoning? Because it would make it more likely to be found out. Like you said, if they read your mind, or bosses, or even theirs, the more hidden it is, the better. God, why does this always have to be difficult? Is what you said true? Is my mind really that messy? Did you look through my memories? Not really. When I found you, I was unsure of what was happening to you. So I attempted to see what had happened, to figure out if I could help you. But when I did, your mind was a mess. Piecing it together was a mess and a half. And I wasn't being helped by the fact you were going through a breakthrough at the time. Luckily, I was able to piece together enough, and by doing so, helped your brain get through the process of learning about magic. But even still, your brain seems to be constantly thinking about the past, the present, and the future. It's a jumbled mess of nonsense. So, does that mean I'm safe from the covens? Like I said, you have until they don't think you're worth the trouble. If they can't get through, then they'll probably get rid of you. And given enough time, they'll probably be able to do what I did. I'm good at messing with minds, but those specialists are something else. How bad? Like wipe a city's memories of events that happened over the span of a week. Bad. Jesus. That's hard to imagine. So for now, we need to figure out what you're gonna do. Right. About that. Do you know of anywhere safe? Anywhere they can't reach? Hiding forever? That's impossible. When my blood can't find you, others will. We may be separated into different groups, but we all work together to keep the balance. If you go running, someone's bound to find you and put an end to you. Permanently. Your best bet is to get into the good graces of another, stronger coven, and hope they can protect you. Preferably without them trying to break into your head themselves to figure out what little secrets you know. Well, I know of a place. Somewhere that has barely any coven oversight. A place uniquely situated to protect me. And has what I need. What the hell are you talking about, kid? Shifter Town. What? No, that's not... Wait. Does this have to do with... No, never mind. Don't tell me. You're right. While the Covens technically own it, they don't hold nearly as much power as they think they do. Shifter's barely tolerated as is. It's probably the only place safe from vampire jurisdiction. But how do you plan to even get in there? While they may not have control over the entire town, they are responsible for keeping it contained. That's where I have to ask for you and Boss's help. I'm not experienced enough in this. You've taught me about magic and culture, and Boss has helped me learn how to fight. But I still need your help. I can't do this alone. And you're the only allies I have right now. I'm sorry for the danger I've put you in. But please, I beg of you, help me. Kid. I'd ask you more, but I'm sure you can't tell me for the safety of whatever mission you have planned. Fine. I'm already this far deep. No way out now. I'll start coming up with a plan for us to sneak you in. Thank you. I don't think I'll ever be able to show you my appreciation. But, thank you. Don't worry about it, kid. But what about your friend? What are you going to tell them? I don't know. I just know I have to do this alone. Kid, I don't know what you're planning, but you're not going to be able to do it alone. You need allies. Now, I'm not going to tell you to drag her into whatever you've got, but I've seen it, and they probably have too. You're trying to push them away. But maybe instead, you should give them the opportunity to choose, instead of taking it all on your own. It's not just this plan, it's personal. Well, whatever it is, you better figure it out fast. Sooner or later, it's gonna get figured out for you. I understand. Thank you, Mitchell. You're welcome, Victor. And if I don't get to say it later, stay safe, kid. I'll try.